Hi guys, and welcome back to Deediets. Today we're going to have a little fun in the kitchen. Yes, we are. Today I'm going to make my favorite thing, and that is a delicious homemade meatloaf. Oh yeah, with a great glaze on top of that meatloaf. Today I'm going to use 3 pounds of ground round because I'm going to have definitely leftovers, and I'll be able to freeze the leftovers. And I love that. And I also like to have it usually today is a Thursday. I don't know when this video is going to be going out, but today is a Thursday. And I do like to have a piece of meatloaf in the refrigerator. It's so good cold on a sandwich, without bread, with bread, just to nibble on. And I do enjoy it, and so does Doug. So I'm going to make a traditional meatloaf, my classic version of a traditional meatloaf. I will be using my Thrive Life freeze-dried products today because I'm going to show you how easy that is to use, so I don't have to kill myself trying to put together just a meatloaf. Anyway, let's get started. We'll put it together. The oven is preheated at 350 degrees, and I'm going to show you how, really, this is so simple. Okay, so in the bowl, we have our ground beef, and I already cut up or chopped up in my little food processor. This is 1.5 cups of fresh breadcrumbs. I'm just going to dump that right in there. Now the bread that I use is totally up to you guys, but I used a 45-calorie bread. It's a wheat 45-calorie bread. And I figured that's fine. I'll chop that up and I'll use that. The next thing I'm going to put in is some Thrive Life bouillon. Now keep in mind this has salt in it. You know, all bouillons do. And I'm taking a tablespoon and I'm adding it right to my mixture. I'm going to use dehydrated carrots. Okay, this is Thrive Life dehydrated carrots. And you can tell, we're getting low on them. I'm waiting for my new ones to arrive. You know what, let me just use the whole thing up. It's about 3 tablespoons of dehydrated carrots. Really easy. And see, they're chopped up already for me. So I'm not doing this with a scraper and chopping everything up or grinding it on a grinder. I don't need that. Now I'm going to take some chopped onions. These are freeze-dried onions, and they're chopped. And I'm going to take, just so I could show you, I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of freeze-dried onions. Oh, they're just flying around all over the place. But again, I didn't have to cut an onion. I didn't have to chop an onion, which is always so fantastic. Now they have some freeze-dried red bell peppers. Now I'm going to take these out, and I'm going to put 1, and I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of those. Let's stick those in here. Now here's a surprise for you. Spinach. I love veggies in my meatloaf, and if your kids are finicky or fussy, you can really hide this in here. But spinach is just excellent, and it's so good for us. So I'm going to put a good 4 tablespoons or 1/4 cup of spinach inside. Beautiful. As you can see, we really do use this stuff. We use it all the time. Then I'm going to take a little bit of celery, and this is Thrive Life freeze-dried celery. You can see for yourself. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my hands because they're cut into pieces, about this size, and that's just a little too big for me. So what I can do is I'm able to just, do you see this? It's like snow. I'm able just to crush that up into smaller pieces into my bowl. Take a few more. Now, we all know how celery can get really wonky if it sits in the refrigerator. Well, the nice part about Thrive Life and all freeze-dried foods is that, first of all, they're all whole foods, and there's nothing else but celery in this can. There is no preservatives and no additives, nothing, which is so nice. And all I have to do is close up the can and store it away from the next time I need it. So you can see how healthy and, how easy that is to have on hand. Later on, once the meatloaf is cooked, I'll be using some Thrive Life Espagnole sauce, which is a brown gravy. And of course, I'll add some mushrooms to the brown gravy to put over top of it. Doesn't that all sound so good and so easy? Now I'm also going to put in here 2 whole eggs. And when I'm using eggs, I typically like to crack them in a smaller bowl first, just to make sure that the egg is okay. It doesn't have any funny bloody spots inside. And I'm just going to add that to my bowl. I'm going to take out another egg and do the same thing. Check it out. Looks beautiful. And stick that in my bowl. Now, could you have imagined, honestly, hello, could you have imagined how long that would have taken to cut up a bell pepper, to get some spinach, chop that up, also do the same thing with the celery and the onion. This was so simple for me to do. And I like simple now. So what we're going to do is get our hands in here and mix it all up. So now that it's all mixed, doesn't it look beautiful? We have another thing that we have to do. Of course, honestly, what possibly goes really good with meatloaf? Mashed potatoes. So I'm going to make a garlic mashed potato. So I'm taking a whole head of garlic and I'm going to chop the top off just like this, exposing the beautiful flesh of the garlic. I hope you can see that. I'm going to take a piece of tin foil that I have right here, and I'm going to take some olive oil and drizzle that olive oil, about a tablespoon, over the garlic. Let it seep right in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it with tin foil, because we're going to make garlic mashed potatoes. And then I have a little, isn't this the cutest little thing you ever seen? Look at this. I bought these at TJ Maxx the other day when I was there, especially when I want to make personal desserts. So I'm going to put that in, and when my meatloaf goes in, so will the garlic, and that will roast in the oven as the meatloaf is cooking. So let's get the meatloaf in a pan. Let me just clean up these little pieces of garlic over here. There we go. And let me get my pan. Okay, so here's my pan, and here's my meatloaf mixture. My goodness. Oh, my goodness. Ooh, that's going to be a nice big meatloaf. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to smush it down. Now, everybody's got their own way of doing meatloaf, but I put this on a pan that I tin foiled, and then I put a piece of parchment paper underneath. The biggest thing with meatloaf is try to get out maybe the little lumps or bumps and cracks, because it can cut easier if you do that. But hey, this is rustic. Meatloaf is rustic. It's not supposed to be perfect. There we go. That looks pretty good to me. Let's slap that a little bit. You know, you can take your aggressions out on a meatloaf. You really can. There we go. And we want to form it into a nice loaf. Oh, that looks so pretty. Really does. I want to get the camera and I want to show you just the top view of this meatloaf. Look how beautiful that looks. Absolutely beautiful. You could see the spinach. You could see the red peppers. Is that going to taste good? Okay, that looks delicious. So the next thing I'm going to do is make, even though I will have a mushroom gravy, I still like to put a glaze over my meatloaf. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some ketchup, really easy. I would say it's about 1/4 cup of ketchup. I'm going to take some mustard, any brand will do. I wouldn't do like a Honey Dijon. I would just do a regular mustard. This happens just to be a Nathan's mustard. And I'm going to take a good heaping tablespoon of that and put that in. And then I'm going to take some of my Sunken Gold sugar-free brown sugar, which is excellent. If you guys ever do sugar-free baking, especially chocolate chip cookies, you will love this stuff, or baked beans. You will absolutely love this stuff. It's fantastic. So what I'm going to do is take 2 tablespoons of the brown sugar alternative, which melts just like brown sugar. It's really that good. And a little bit of olive oil I had left over, which is probably just about a teaspoon. I'm going to mix this all together so that we can glaze the meatloaf with it. So I'm just going to glaze the meatloaf There we go, I'm just mixing it all up. Oh, that looks pretty. That looks very pretty. You can get sugar-free ketchup also, and I have seen it on Amazon for sure, but a lot of stores carry it now. You could look at some of the grocery stores and they'll sell sugar-free ketchup. So now we're just going to drizzle this on top, really easy, you know, very rustic, nothing to say, oh, I have to be perfect or I need a brush or, no, you don't have to do any of those things. And then we're just going to put that over the meat ever so slightly, glazing the meat. I think it sort of insulates it a little bit too. So I'm just putting it all the way around. Hope you can see it. Looks delicious. It's going to taste delicious. Oh my goodness. Doesn't that look fabulous? It really does. And then what I'm going to do, isn't the cleanup just fabulous? It really is. The cleanup is the best. What I'm going to do is take our garlic. I'm going to stick it right on top of the pan. It's already in its own little pan. And I'm going to put this all into the oven for about 45 minutes to 55 minutes. The juices will start running out, and you'll see what I mean. And then you'll know when this is really solid, when you could test it or just put a little skewer in, and nothing is coming out liquid, and then we'll have it sit. So let's put this in the oven. Okay, so let's open the oven. Oh, I'm getting a blast of heat. And then we're going to stick this meatloaf right in. Oh, see ya. In the meantime, while it's cooking, I have a little gardening work outside to do, and I'm sure I'll smell all this deliciousness coming through the windows. I opened the windows just a crack today. But it is so beautiful, but there's definitely a chill in the air, and it's definitely one of those days for one of those, I don't know, comfort meals? I know. I hate to even say the word comfort because people already go, Denise, how many calories is that going to be? Not really many, to be honest with you. You know, I'm only having a piece of meatloaf. I'm not eating the whole entire meatloaf. And then I'm going to show you how to make some really delicious and easy garlic potatoes. In the meantime, I'm going to put away my vegetables. How simple was that, guys? Seriously, how simple was that? I didn't have to take a cutting board out. I didn't have to take a knife out. If you're interested in any of the products, my website is right below the video. I love the company. I use this stuff every single day in some form or another. Doug said he'll even do a breakfast video. He will, because he uses it every day and it's the only meal he ever makes is breakfast. So he said, I'll do a breakfast video and I'll show everybody how I make my breakfast. I'm like, fine, that's fine with me. Anyways, I'm going to put this all away. Simple, easy, clean up. You know, really, we get to a certain age. Hear the dogs? They're shaking back there. They can hear the collars. You get to a certain age, I don't care if you're a busy mom or dad or wife. It's hard. It's hard. And to get a meal on a table a little quicker and taste so good without peeling, without chopping, without having to wash stuff, I'm for that. I'm for that. So I'm going to put all this stuff away, and then I'm going to go out in the garden and I'm going to do some work, and then we'll come back in and we'll see how the meatloaf is. Can I have that? Come on. Come on. Come over here. What did you find? What did you find? What did you find? Hello? Give that to Grandma. Do you have a rock in your mouth? Open your mouth. Spit that out. Spit that out. I think he put a rock in his mouth. You know, spit that out. Spit it out. Come on. Let it go. Let it go. Riley. Oh, you know what? Amazing. Give me that. Riley. Come here. Come here. Can you let go of that? Look. Dump it. Give me that. No. You open your mouth. You open your mouth. Spit that out. Spit that. Oh, finally. It truly is a beautiful day. It truly is a beautiful day. Look at that sky. Look how blue that sky is. Oh, that was absolutely crazy out there. Can you believe that he put a rock in his mouth? It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Anyway, I smell the meatloaf. I know it's done. We're gonna take it out of the oven. We're gonna see what it looks like. Oh, and it smells really good. Okay, let's open up the, ooh, my. Oh, it looks beautiful. It looks, I can smell that roasted garlic in that little pan. Oh, I hope you can see this. Do you hear it? Mmm. Oh my. Absolutely delicious, guys. Well, the next thing what we're going to do is we're going to make the Espagnole sauce, which is brown gravy. It's Thrive Life's brown gravy. It is absolutely delicious. It has all the spices in it, the thickening agent already in it. We're going to take 2 cups of water. We're going to put it in a saucepan. Really simple. We're going to take, whoop, popped. We're going to take 1/3 of a cup. Ooh, there we go. 1/3 of a cup of the Espagnole sauce. And we're going to just put it right into that saucepan. Cover it up. There we go. Easy breezy. And we're going to put it on the burner. Put it up. And with a whisk, this is really simple. With a whisk, I'm just going to get the flavors and the mixture to blend together. Really simple, really easy. When it gets done, I'm going to throw some mushrooms in, and I'll show you when that's ready. Meanwhile, the gravy is starting to thicken up. It's going to get much more thicker than this, but on a low heat. We're just going to let this do its thing, and then we'll come back to it and we'll add the mushrooms. In the meanwhile, in a saucepan, we're going to take 2 cups of milk. Yeah. And we're going to bring that up to a simmer. The Thrive Life mashed potatoes. Yeah, we are. You know what? If I'm going to use Thrive Life, I'm going to use it throughout my whole entire meal. And just so that you know, the vegetable that I'll be using is also peas, and they're going to be freeze-dried Thrive Life peas, which are my absolute favorite to snack on. Oh my goodness, you could just munch those things right out of a can. So in the saucepan, I put in 2 cups of milk. Now you can use water, because it does say you can use water in here. But I don't like the taste with the water, and neither does Doug. So we have 2 cups of milk, and you can use any kind of milk. Skim milk, regular milk, powdered milk, whatever you have. And at least 2 tablespoons of butter. So I'm going to get a knife, and I'm going to cut up some butter, and I'm going to put that in the milk while it's warming. There we go. Terrific, terrific. I'm leaving the butter out, just in case I want to put a little bit more on. I know, shameful. But I'm going to take out a cup of this, about 1.5 cups, because I don't mind having leftovers for tomorrow, because sometimes I really don't want to cook every single day. So I'm going to get my trusty cup. Trusty cup. I don't even know where my trusty cup is. Now I have to look for it. Oh, okay. So we're going to take out the garlic from its little foil pouch. You see how beautiful the garlic roasted? Look at that. Oh, is that not succulent and delicious? Ooh, it's so hot. I'm going to peel some of this garlic away. This is delicious even on toast. I mean, garlic that's been roasted in the oven is super, super sweet. So I'm going to mash it up, and I'm going to put it in with my milk mixture and my butter mixture that I'm ready to put my potatoes in. Saucepan. I have the 2 cups of milk, 3 cloves of that roasted, delicious garlic, some salt, some pepper, and 2 tablespoons of butter. Now I'm going to add my Thrive Life potato flakes, 1.5 cups. And then quickly, before your eyes, this is going to turn to mashed potatoes. Very quickly. Doesn't that look fabulous? Okay, let's serve up a piece of this meatloaf, shall we? It rested while I was making the potatoes and the mushroom gravy. The crust looks fabulous. I'm going to take it from the end. I love the end. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Does that not look spectacular? Put that on my dish. I'm going to grab some of the mashed potatoes. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Just looking for a spoon. Here we go. I'm gonna grab some of the mashed potatoes because of course we have to taste this. My goodness. Oh my. And let's get some of that mushroom gravy. Heck yeah. Oh my. I think I could have gotten a bigger spoon than that. Let's see, do I have a bigger spoon in here? Well, this one's sort of slotted, but we'll see if it works. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that won't work either. We'll put a little gravy on the mashed potatoes as well. Now we have to try it. Oh my gosh. Doesn't that look good? Well, here it is. Doesn't it look delicious? I cannot wait. Some people like ketchup on their mashed potatoes, but I had that on top as a glaze. And now we have the mushrooms. Oh, I'm coming in for that bite. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, that's heavenly. Mmm. Mmm. And that's delicious. Let's try the mashed potatoes. Never a lump. And these are garlic mashed potatoes made with milk and roasted garlic. Oh my goodness. And butter. Mm. Those are delicious. That's my downfall. Guys, easy, delicious, simple. When you use Thrive Life, I'm not kidding. You can make practically almost anything. And boy, does it save time. It really, truly does. So, until I see you all the next time, be kind to one another. The heart, that's all that matters. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and enjoy. And if you are interested in the products, the link is below. Have a great day. Is that good?